If right now you're doing work that feels like it's sucking the life out of you, then the first thing you have to realize is that this is not the work that you're meant to be doing. You absolutely have been given gifts and talents and certain mindsets and interests and passions throughout your life that have developed themselves within you so that you can do something extraordinary with your life in this world to serve other people. And if right now you don't feel like you're thriving in your career or in your profession or your job or whatever role you're playing for the work that you do, then you got to figure out what to do next. And I know that sounds so simplistic and it's like, JJ, thanks for the great advice. But what you're doing right now is hurting the chances that you have of thriving in life for the rest of your life. Listen, I've been there before. I remember early in my career and the first career path that I was on, at one point a few years in, and I knew, I just had this sense that this is not the work that I'm meant to be doing before I started pursuing the work that I was meant to be doing, and has led me to where I am today, where I feel like I'm thriving and I'm in alignment with my life's calling. But going back, I just remember sitting there with a client at one point, and the client looked at me, this lady in her 70s, she looked at me, really sweet, amazing human soul. She looked at me and she said, without prompting, without anything, like it felt like nothing led up to this point, but she just turned to me and she said, with a smile, I love to see young people doing work that they love to do. And my heart stopped, or at least it felt like it. I felt like I just froze. I felt like these chills go through my body, and not the good kind, not the chills where you get when you're like really excited about something. I just had this overwhelming sense of fraud. I felt like I was a fraud in my life, not to her, not to anyone else, because I was doing good work for clients. I was showing up with a great attitude, which is why she probably felt like I was in love with the work that I was doing, because I showed up with a great attitude. I did the work. I worked hard. I served our clients, but it wasn't aligned with the thing that I meant to be doing in this world. And so I just was beat up over and over and over again on the head with that proverbial 2x4 that said, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And I felt like I was losing energy. I felt like my energy was being sucked out of me and given to places that weren't fulfilled or weren't fulfilling the work that I was meant to be doing. And what I know for certain, wherever you are in your life today, if you're doing work that feels like it's sucking energy out of you, it's taking energy from you, then you're not doing the work that you're called to do. And I'm not here to tell you that you need to just quit your job when you go into work today and say that you need to pursue your passion and this isn't it. No, what I will suggest to you is you need to start figuring out what is the work that most lights you up. What is the work that when you do it, when you participate in it, it makes you come alive. It makes your soul feel like you're on fire, like you're excited with enthusiasm for life itself. What makes you fall in love with life when you're doing that work? Listen, I'm not the person that's ever going to tell you I think you should get financially rich as fast as possible and retire so you never have to work again a day in your life. I don't think that's a meaningful and fulfilling life. Not for me. And I'm guessing if you're a high achiever, someone that wants to use your life to do amazing things in this world, that's not the life you're looking for either. But you are looking for the path that will allow you to tap into your greatest human potential and unleash your extraordinary gifts and talents into the world to serve people in a way that brings you joy and excitement and passion, and also serves people with those same positive emotions. Because when you come alive in the work that you do, it doesn't matter what the work is. What matters is that as you come alive, you help other people feel inspired to come alive. You ignite that greatness in others. You ignite that passion in others when you are alive with passion and a sense of purpose in the work that you're doing. And so right now, if you feel stuck, let me tell you, the fastest way to get unstuck is to brainstorm and to think through the vision of the life that you want to live. And if right now you're saying, JJ, I have no clue what else I would do, you got to just start to experiment. Experimentation is the best thing you can do at any point in your life, but especially early in your career, if that's where you are. Or if you're 30 years into your career and you're like, gosh, I don't want to do this for the next 10 or 20 years, but I do need to work a little longer. Well, you're in that same position where you can do something about it by experimenting. I'm not suggesting that you leave your job and go do something else permanently. I'm suggesting you allow seeds to be planted in your life about what's possible for the work that you could be doing. You see, for me, I started to read books by personal development folks like a Tony Robbins. I started to read self-help books. I started to listen to podcasts that inspired me and planted seeds of the possibilities of this thing called speaking. And eventually I started doing little speaking engagements for groups of 5 sitting around a coffee table at a local coffee shop that expanded into a group of 200, that expanded into being able to travel across the country to meet at corporations with their management teams and speak to them and their leadership teams, and to speak with all kinds of individuals to help them on their journey to become the best version of themselves. But it started with just having a seed planted to say something else is possible. But what I want to encourage you to do is wake up right now. If you're not doing work that brings you alive, you're not serving anybody. You could say to yourself, well, you know, my family cares about this, or other people see me as important, or I make a really good income. You can make a really good income doing a lot of things. And actually, you can probably make a greater income doing things that you're passionate about over the long term, because you will become better at the things you're passionate about than the things that you really don't care for and the things that suck the life out of you. Look, if you truly want to make a massive impact in the world and you want to have financial success, the best thing I can encourage you to do is pursue doing work that really brings you alive, because that is where you will inspire other people. And if you're inspiring other people with the work that you're doing, well, now you're going to be seen as someone who adds even more value into the world. And when you're seen as someone who adds more value to the world, you can be more highly compensated financially. And oh, by the way, you're also more highly compensated emotionally, spiritually, because you're doing work that lights you up. So my friend, I just want to encourage you that even if you're stuck today, there's hope. There's hope that you can do something else. There's hope that there are possibilities, unlimited possibilities for what you can do in your life and with your life to make the biggest, most positive impact that you are called here to make. And I know that there's work that you can be doing. I know that there's something that aligns with your soul. There's something that aligns with the gifts and the talents that God gave you from birth, that you are destined to use in this world to serve humanity. And so I hope this video right now, this message right now, acts as a catalyst for you to believe, to know for certain, to have confidence in the fact that there's work that you can be doing in this world, that's work that will light you up and lift you up and help you to be elevated in your emotions to the point that you truly can add even greater value into the world and positively impact even more lives. I know for certain that you're here to do amazing things. I know for certain that you are here to use your life to be a force for good, to make a positive difference in the world. And I just want to help you to feel encouraged and inspired and hopeful that the work exists, that you can do it, that you can find it, that if you just put in the work and allow seeds to be planted and to germinate and to grow and to sprout, and then to look at other opportunities and to figure out how that might fit into your life and to experiment and to test it and to try it. So if I give you back to my example of becoming a speaker and eventually a coach, I just tested it out. I went and spoke with a group of 5 people. I said, this is something that I want to try. And then after I did some more speaking, I said, I want to try coaching. And so I told a few people that I was trying coaching. And I eventually got my first paid coaching member, first paid coaching client. And then I just kept doing it, and I kept doing it. And I realized that seed that was planted about speaking and coaching, as I continued to water it, I realized it brought me the greatest amount of energy and joy and passion and sense of aliveness than I'd ever felt in the previous 5 years of doing the work that I was doing. And you can find that same work for yourself. And by the way, it's not just for yourself. It's for the people that you can serve. It's for your family. It's for your community. It's for the global humanity that will be elevated in consciousness and positivity and joy and light and love by you showing up in the world and expressing the fullest, truest, highest version of yourself. My friend, no matter what obstacles and challenges you are going through, I know that you are created to do amazing things. And I want to keep you encouraged and inspired. So let me tell you right now, just keep going. You can do it. Make it happen. Keep doing the work. Keep putting in the effort. Keep staying disciplined. Keep staying committed to your greatness, to doing the work that you're meant to do. And amazing things can happen for you in your life, for your family, and for the people that you ultimately will reach with your gifts and your talents. Keep going, my friend. Greatness is inside of you. Unleash it today.